Good morning, everybody. Today we are starting the second sem, the first module of the organic chemistry, that is aliphatic and aromatic substitution reaction. First of all, we are discussing the aliphatic substitution reaction. We know that the nucleophilic aliphatic substitution reaction can be classified into SN1, SN2, SNI, SNAR, and like that. Okay. First of all, we are discussing the nucleophilic substitution reaction through SN2 mechanism. We already studied the SN2 mechanism, and SN2 mechanism undergo through a transition state, and this is a single step reaction, and in which the concentration of the nucleophile and the substrate is very important. Both of them determine the rate of a SN2 reaction. See here in the SN2 mechanism, first of all the nucleophile will approach the substrate which is in the opposite direction of the leaving group. I have shown the leaving group as capital L and nucleophile as NU, and the nucleophile approach the reaction center, that is carbon, which is in the opposite direction to the leaving group. Now it forms a transition state. In the transition state, carbon exists in the 5 valency. That means carbon forms a partial bond with nucleophile, and carbon also forms a partial bond with the leaving group. So both the nucleophile and the leaving group acquire a partial negative charge, and transition state hole is converted into the product very readily, and the leaving group is liberated from the reaction medium. So this is the mechanism for the SN2 reaction, SN2 nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now we are moving into the SN1 mechanism. We know that the SN1 mechanism undergo through two steps. First step is the formation of the carbocation, in which as the nucleophile approaches the substrate, first of all the leaving group will liberate from the carbon and to form a carbocation, and then this is a very slow step. So the rate of a reaction is depend upon the this step 1, and it is a unimolecular reaction because the rate of a reaction only depend upon the concentration of the substrate. Then next is the fast step, carbocation. The nucleophile will attack the carbocation and to form the product. Now we are moving into the stereochemistry of the SN1 reaction. As we discussed earlier, the SN1 reaction undergo through two steps, and first is the rate determination step, in which a carbocation is formed. So first of all carbocation is formed, and the nucleophile, it is a planar structure. Carbocation means the hybridization of the carbocation is sp2 hybridized, and it is a planar structure. So the nucleophile can attack the carbocation either from upward direction or from the backward direction, and the 50% chance for the two possibility. That's why we will get a racemic mixture. Okay. And in the SN2 reaction, we know that a transition state is generated, and the nucleophile will approach the reaction center only to the opposite side of the leaving group. There is only one side attack, so that's why we will get a product with an inverted configuration, and the SN2 reaction is an example for the nucleophilic, example for the stereospecific reaction, because we will get only one single product in this substitution reaction, and it is enantiomerically pure. And the inverted configuration is obtained through Walden inversion. We have already studied the Walden inversion. Now we are moving into the another topic, that is ion pair mechanism in SN1 reaction. As we discussed earlier, in the SN1 reaction, First of all, the starting material, in the starting material, the bond between the carbon and the leaving group weaken and to form a carbocation and L minus leaving group. I have shown the carbocation and leaving group which are in a close boundary, the leaving group which is in close boundary to the carbocation. That means they are exist in a R plus X minus pair. Then after that, these carbocation and leaving group are separated by the solvent layer. Then the nucleophile attack on the carbocation. Okay, so first of all, our starting material in which the carbon atom acquire a partial positive charge and the leaving group acquire a partial negative charge. After that, it will break down. See here in the first example, I have shown the electron pair in between the carbon and the leaving group will partially transferred to the leaving group. So the carbon atom acquire a partial positive charge and leaving group acquire a partial negative charge. After that, it will separate as carbocation and the leaving group. So even then the carbocation and leaving group are very close to each other, even if it is exist a positive charge in carbocation and negative charge in leaving group. Then after that, these two parts, that means carbocation and leaving group, are separated by the solvent layer and then the nucleophile attack on the carbocation and we will liberate and they will liberate the final product of SN1 reaction and we will get retention of the configuration and sometime the inversion of the configuration will occur. This is mainly due to if the nucleophile attack the carbocation in a ionic pair. Okay, see here the carbocation and leaving group are exist in a pair and nucleophile has the possibility, nucleophile can attack the carbocation either from left side or from right side. But in the right side, here the leaving group is very close to carbocation, so the nucleophile have to overcome the leaving group. That means that's why the nucleophile the possibility for attack from the nucleophile in the opposite direction to the leaving group is maximum possible condition if the carbocation and leaving group are in a ion pairing state. Okay, but during the chemical reaction, the pair can be separated by the solvent layer, so the nucleophile can attack the carbocation in either side. So that's why in normal SN1 reaction we will get racemic mixture. I hope that you understood the concept. Thank you.